we've got the new Air Knight K4. Now it's time to get turbo! Hello everyone! Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Hasbro Slingshot Air Knight K4. Before we continue with this video, can we hit 1,000 likes? Or you want to know what? 750 likes, and make sure to comment hashtag Air Knight in the comment section. Yeah, but just quickly go over this. Super excited to get into this. The parts for it are DR67, as it says right there in the little boxing, and then after TS15-S, which is Eternal Slingshot. This is a very, very nice bay. We're just gonna take a look at it in a second. But yeah, so I figured we're first gonna go part by part and just explain how this stuff is. So first off, before we continue, we're gonna take this apart, obviously. So we have got our layer, right? All right, so we've got our layer, which is Air Knight. So I will compare it to the TAKARA TOMY version in a second, but obviously there's no metal, and the TAKARA TOMY one, the level chip is still stuck on it, but yeah, they've done like an alright job in covering where the sticker should be. They could have maybe covered a bit more, but in terms of the appearance and everything, it doesn't look half bad. Also, seems like using a different type of paint for what would be the metal on the inside, but you know, overall, it's not too bad. Obviously, it doesn't have the same layers as TAKARA TOMY would, but it seems alright. And if you are wondering, in a sense, technically speaking, yes, Air Knight was an evolution for Garuda. Now, the thing is, I don't think it's going to be as good as the Garuda layer. I only made the joke saying Air Knight might be really OP whenever Hasbro eventually does it, because of the fact that it was basically just an evolution of Garuda with slopes. And Air Knight obviously has teeth, and this obviously has slopes. But in terms of that appearance, it's fine. So we've got our next part, which I'm going to show off. So there's 12 and our new frame, which is expand. So let's first show off 12. So we can see 12 right there. It's a pretty standard disc. I'm actually more surprised and a little bit more content at the fact that we did get expand. So that is super good, and expand is, you know, it's alright. The idea with having expand with this, which by the way, expand is yellow if you can't really see. It's like a clear, nice yellow compared to the TT version, by the way, which is pretty much the exact same color. It's supposed to give Air Knight balance, since Air Knight's a very bulky layer. Having this on there is supposed to give it balance. We've got Eternal Slingshot. So, at least they have sparkles on this one, and the gimmick, basically, you just gotta like pull it somewhere, and then after it goes flat like this. But, now to do the comparison between that and TAKARA TOMY, as well as the weight. So now we have our thing set up, so obviously we're gonna first do the TAKARA TOMY layer. So keep in mind that level chip is still there, it's like 21.4, but still, he's there. We got about 13 grams. So still a bit of a difference no matter what. Like, I would say even probably without the level chip, maybe like 7 grams of difference. There's not really that much bad of a difference. Just TAKARA TOMY is maybe a little more saturated than the Hasbro. Actually, no. You know what? Hasbro, it's a little hard to tell right now, but I think Hasbro pretty much got it down. This one's Hasbro, this one's TT. So first TAKARA TOMY, 12 and expand. 19.8 grams, Hasbro. 19.16 grams, there's always some difference. Again, I would have preferred if this part was white, but you know, it's whatever. Eternal Normal from the Air Knight is about 5.97, almost 6 grams. Hasbro, 5.6. So then, what we're going to do is we're going to assemble the both of them. So I'm going to place it on there. So we've got our Hasbro Air Knight, which in total is 37 grams, 37.85. So if I round it to the nearest whole number, 38 grams. I'll round this to the nearest whole number to 47 grams. So what is that, 10 grams of difference? Yeah, it's like 10 grams of difference. So overall, this Air Knight is alright. Now actually, let me mention the slopes, because I know people are curious on the slopes for this stuff. So let me feel it. Doesn't feel too bad. I don't want to keep on doing this, but the slopes are alright. I was really worried, because if the slopes were bad on this, The issue with the Air Knight is that if you kind of hit it there, it's kind of easy to burst. And for some reason, the TT Air Knight without any prime driver, which is like, prime driver is like a driver that's really like a type version of a normal driver, right? For some reason is able to actually stand its ground pretty well in battle. This I feel is going to be the same. The slopes are actually pretty decent. I would give the slopes maybe an 8, 8.5. Not super crazy type, but pretty good. There's also this slingshot launcher, which I guess we're going to try out in a second. We're going to do 2 test launches. One in its battle ring mode, then after one in its slingshot mode. So this right here is in its battle ring mode. And I gotta say, it does look pretty nice when it's spinning. So let's get this one ready. Let's get in its slingshot mode. We have to pull on the Eternal. We gotta find the right pace to pull. But yeah, I'm not really too much of a fan of Eternal slingshot, but I guess it's gonna be kind of funny seeing Air Knight in a slingshot mode. And that's actually kind of funny. It actually can travel pretty well in slingshot mode with such a bulky frame. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, actually I already have it in slingshot mode, so we'll do battle with it in slingshot mode first against TAKARA TOMY, then after we'll do it against some Hasbro bays. It's actually really cool. Look at it go, yo! It's kind of silly, don't get me wrong, but still, I kind of like it. That's our one battle in slingshot mode. Yeah, Air Knight is decent. I would never say it's bad by any means. I think it's actually like pretty alright. So obviously I don't think there's gonna be a burst, but I'm just hoping just the other way around there's no burst. Just in case. Just in case. So we're gonna see basically Hasbro versus TAKARA TOMY when it comes to Eternal. Yeah, obviously it's gonna be, you know, TAKARA TOMY. So what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna test out actually this Air Knight against some other Hasbro bays. Now, I'm not gonna try to kill this bay. I'm not gonna like go for some like crazy combo. I'm just gonna pick a couple of randoms and we're gonna see how they actually perform. So we got some randoms right here. So we're gonna see. Let's try Vice Leopard. No! All right, we're gonna try that again. We got Vice Leopard. Alright, we're gonna see how Vice Leopard does in this stadium. So Air Knight does have a pretty solid defense, like it does. There's no denying that fact. And it's kind of like the new Garuda. No, well, basically it's the new Garuda in this case. Ooh. A little interesting, because that is Eternal. It can be knocked down, though. It can be knocked down. A big weakness is if you're able to knock it on the side and the frame touches the stadium, that will really weaken the bay. It's a pretty big weakness. Well, this is supposed to be like a stamina type, isn't it? So, like, yeah, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? I don't think it's that bad of a bay, though. This is like the same case with TT, where it did get hit, but I think it's kind of solid, you know. Knocked out Genesis Valtrak. So something I just want to quickly show, which I'm going to see, did the slopes, no, you see the slopes don't really move on this one. That's what I'm saying. It's the same with TAT, which is actually a very good thing. So in my own opinion, let me just get one more round and let me try to feel this. Back there. You see how I can take those big hits? My only thing would be under a different combination, maybe a little bit better. A big weakness if you're just using the stock is that the frame might hit the stadium and it'll go off balance, and that's an easy way to defeat an Air Knight. But, you know, for what you get, Eternal and Expand, it doesn't really seem that bad. Like, I would actually really recommend getting this release, especially since it is a slingshot one. So we're gonna do 2 more bays, because I just want to get a good feel of this. Got Air Knight, we're gonna try Ogre 04. Oh my god, yo! Alright, see what I mean? That's the good stuff I like to see with Air Knight. Nice! Alright, we're gonna try one more. This is maybe like 8.5 to 9. We're gonna see. I think it is a solid release by Hasbro. Like, okay. The stickers aren't there where there should be, which doesn't make the presentation of the layer look all that good, don't get me wrong. No metal too, which is always, it's always like a negative whenever you do these reviews for these turbo products, but I think it's solid. I'm gonna recommend that you get this if you can, whenever this is actually available. Out of 10, I would say like, I think it's a pretty fair rating just to say like 8.5. It's really not that bad. It's basically just TAKARA TOMY. It's really solid defense. It's a solid defense. And you're probably gonna outlast most of your opponents. So this gives you a chance to get Eternal Slingshot, which is actually not bad of a stamina driver. Expand, and the Airtight Lair. This was a good job by Hasbro. I love it. And that's going to be it for now. Let's try to pass our like goal, obviously. Comment whatever battles you want to see. And thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. But zankye! The QR code! Alright. Have fun with that.